Hey everyone, welcome to another Flight and Tech Gamers World. It's cold and pouring rain outside. What better way to spend my time than to take a virtual flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're going to be flying today in a Cessna Citation CJ4 from Newark, New Jersey to Allentown, Pennsylvania. So stay tuned, fasten your seatbelts, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's do this. Okay everybody, welcome aboard. So tonight we are going to be flying from Newark, New Jersey to Allentown, Pennsylvania in a Cessna Citation CJ4. So we're going to set our departure airport here as Newark. Kind of just be able to actually click on it here to zoom in. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, zoom to details. Alright, we're going to select a departure gate here. I'm thinking gate A, 33. This will work. Alright, now we're going to set our arrival airport. So we're going to go up here and we're going to search for Allentown. Alright, there it is. The airport's call sign is KABE, and we'll land on runway 24. So it shows us we're going to approach from basically the east, and we'll have to make a bit of a turn to land on the runway. Hopefully not too much of a turn. I may have to redirect that a little bit. We're going to set the time for 2:49 in the morning. That'll work. And we're going to turn off live weather. So what I'm going to do is set this for a wicked thunderstorm. So let's go ahead here, scroll down to storm, and we'll set the precipitation at 1.18 inches per hour and lightning at 100%. This is going to give some really cool cloud cover. And we'll leave the pressure. We'll bring the humidity up a little bit. I don't think that actually does anything other than make more moisture. Alright, I like the way the cloud cover is looking here. And the wind layer looks good. There's going to be a little bit of turbulence. Landing is going to be very difficult. Set this at 100%. Not that I'm going to fly that high, but probably won't go much above 5, maybe 6,000 feet for this particular flight. Excuse me. All right. So actually we'll leave the time at 6:50 in the morning. Maybe we'll be able to see a little bit of the sun coming up in between the cloud cover here. All right. So we're going to be starting out at Gate A, 33 at Newark Airport. In the early morning hours, going to be pouring rain. There'll be some thunder and lightning here too. So this is going to be pretty cool. I have my trusty Thrustmaster T.Flight HOTAS 1 flight stick here. And let's see here. As you can see, you can't see a whole lot. There's our plane. You can see in between the lightning. So we are flying tonight this morning, I should say, in a Cessna Citation CJ4 private jet from Newark Airport to Allentown, Pennsylvania. So we are inside the cockpit now. It is cold and dark, and we need to get this plane started up and ready to fly. So looking around here, as you can see, it is just us. There are no other planes, and there's some poor guy on the pushback vehicle ready to get us going. So first thing we want to do is turn on the cabin lighting. We'll make that 100%. Now you notice it's not on yet. We need to switch on the battery master. Once we do this, the cabin lights will come on and our flashlight will be turned off. Next up, we need to set Avionics master to dispatch. And we'll start to hear the plane come alive. We'll just give it a second here. And then we are basically ready to start the engines on this particular plane. So what we want to do to start the engines is you want to look down here and find starter engine 2 position on, and flip this cover and hit set run stop engine 2 to run. You always want to work right to left. It's the rule of thumb when it comes to airplanes. So we'll go ahead and do the same. Now if you watch in the bottom left of the screen where my avionics information is, you'll see that engine 2 is coming alive. Engine 1 should be following shortly. And they will eventually get up to about 20%, which is what's considered idle for this particular aircraft. And then we need to do a couple more things here to get ready to fly. We need to switch the avionics master to on so that the rest of our displays come up. We need to flip the lights on for the instrument panels. As you can see, we have the pushback attendant getting ready to push us back, so let's go ahead and switch out to an external view here in a second. I'm just waiting for the engines to come up. There we have the external view. Alright. So, we're going to set the avionics master from dispatch to on. So we're going to switch it off and then on. And as you can see, the rest of the instrument panels come on. And we are being pushed back. While we're being pushed back, we need to turn on in the exterior lights and some more of the instrument panel lights. Now you could do the instrument panel one of you first if you want. Or if you feel brave, you can always fly it without them if you like that. I'm not going to use any of the real instrument panel once I get underway anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But I'll turn them on to show you here. So all the lights are on. We're going to go to panel lighting brightness and just set it to 100%. Everything is online. And we are being pushed back from the gate.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra requesting the end of pushback.
So we're basically going to follow the taxiway and take runway 22R to head towards Allentown, Pennsylvania. Once we get airborne, we'll have to make a right-handed turn to head basically southwest for the most part. As you can see, the pushback attendant is leaving, and we are ready to taxi. As soon as he gets out of our way here, we'll get underway. See, it's pouring rain, nothing but thunder and lightning. This is going to be a fun taxi. But I know Newark Airport pretty well, so it should not actually be that difficult. Okay, we are ready for taxi. So we have the engines at about 30% thrust, which is enough to get us moving. We're going to make a nice left turn here to head towards the taxiway. I actually have a map of Newark Airport printed out and stuck to my wall here so that I can use it for taxiing purposes versus having to use taxi guides or anything like that, because I'm not the greatest at remembering exactly which way to go, and then following the taxi signs is a little bit difficult in this kind of weather. So we're bringing it all the way around here. There we go. We're going to head towards the taxiway. So we'll be taking off tonight, or this morning I should say. It feels like nighttime because it's so pitch black, from runway 22R. And we're going to then make a gentle turn to head southwest-ish towards Allentown Airport. So we're going to go here and follow along this line. Now, you don't have to taxi the way I am. You can just kind of go right to the runway through any which way that you want. I try to do this the real way and follow all the known guides and rules. As you can see, that's what I'm following. Here's this left yellow line.
Taxi to gate Bravo 50 using taxiway Echo Cross runway for left Echo Alpha Delta Lima Brickyard Train 659er.
Let me actually, once I finish this turn here, we're going to straighten out. Grab my controller here. It's easier to use the controller to switch the external internal views than it is the joystick. So I get the better, more flexibility in how I want the camera angle to be. Alright, heading down the taxiway now. So if you look to the right here, you'll see a bunch of signs. All the signs have the various taxiways and runways on them, and you basically need to follow them. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to keep turning left as I'm doing this. Oops, overshot it just a little bit. Hang on. Oops, there we go. Yeah, that's better. Sometimes when I go to switch to external view, I hit the load and bring up the menu screen button. As we can see, there is a jet on our right. And then listening to the aircraft ATC traffic, he should stop for us because we have clearance to taxi. He is not stopping. What is this guy doing? Oh, there he, okay, he disappeared. I think because he was too close. Alright. Switch to an external view here, see if we can see the guy behind us. And bring it around. Oh, there he is. Yeah, okay, I don't know what that was all about. I'm listening to their traffic control now, and that guy had clearances to stop, and we had clearance to move forward. But alright, whatever. So, we are continuing along. Yep, there it is. I'm just checking the... Brickyard 3508, hold position. Caution the Cessna C25C on the runway. Taxiway. Now he's got clearances to continue taxiing. Let's close the air traffic control. I'm leaving that on automatic. Got some nice views here. The pouring rain. Really quiet now that those two jets are gone on the taxiway. That almost flattened me. But ignoring that, we're continuing to follow the taxiway. Alright, we need to slow it down a little here. Yep, nobody around but us. So we're down here. Everything is looking good. Up here, we're going to back off to the right in a little bit. There's a plane. Must have just landed because it flipped on its taxi lights. Well, actually, no. It looks like it's getting ready for takeoff. ahead here and bend to the right. We're going to cross over the runway.
Ground Brickyard Tree 540, request taxi to the gate. Brickyard Tree 540, taxi to gate Bravo 60 using taxiway Golf Cross runway 22 right Golf Alpha Romeo Foxtrot.
That plane looks like it's ready for takeoff, actually.
Taxiing to gate Bravo 60 via
Back to the
taxiway
left
Golf
here.
Cross runway 22 right Golf Alpha Romeo Foxtrot.
Nice gentle
Brickyard
turn
Tree
onto this,
540.
following this taxiway. Shot the center of the taxiway just a little bit. Just bring it around here. The trick to taxiing, I know it looks difficult. It's really not. At night, you just have to follow the green lights. And like I said, it's really good to just have a printout of your favorite airports. In my case, Newark is the one I do tend to take off from and land at a lot. So having a printout of the runways and the taxiway is great, especially at night. So as you can see up here, there's a bunch of green lights and different colored ones. We're just going to keep following the green. Excuse me. And we're going to go straight here. We don't want to go left or right, depending on which runway you're at. The trick to finding runway 22R at night is the building. That little building right there makes it really easy to find. Slow her down here. Okay, I'm going to make a bank to the right up here. And then we'll hold short at the runway and wait for our clearances. A little bit of a hard
Newark
turn
Tower,
there.
Cessna Alpha,
All right.
Sierra, X-Ray Golf, Sierra
Parking
ready
brake
for
is set.
departure to the south at runway
And we're
22
just waiting
right.
for our clearances.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra altimeter 29er decimal 9er 212 tree at tree 0. Departure to the south approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 22 right.
All right, awesome.
Cleared for takeoff runway 22 right, Cessna X-Ray Golf,
Watching
Sierra.
that plane land as we get our clearances. And we are ready to roll. So we're going to go up here and make a turn onto runway 22R.
FedEx tree 9er 0 tree, turn next taxiway.
So like you see, like the green is the taxiway, the blue is like there's blue on the sides, there's the borders. And here is runway 22R, so we'll make a nice right-handed turn. Really slow. We'll stop and rev up the engines, and we'll get on our way here. There's going to be some serious turbulence, so bear with me a little bit here as I do this. The takeoff should be pretty smooth. The landing at Allentown is going to be really rough, so
United 2674 number 4 for landing.
we'll see how it goes.
Follow the generic on final. 128 tree at tree 0. Clear to land runway 22
Bring it
left.
around here. I kind of turned too much.
Clear to land runway 22 left number 4, United 2674.
Alright, we are lining up here. Start holding on the runway. And here we go. Alright, so we'll do the call outs here as we get ready to take off. There's a jet following behind us on its departure as well. So we're at V1. Let's rotate. And we are airborne. So we have a positive rate. We can put the gear up. And we'll reset the flight systems for cruising to Allentown, which in this particular thing is nothing. If you were flying at this point and you didn't want to, you could set the autopilot automatically here to fly the plane for you. In my case, I'm going to do all this myself, just because I enjoy it. And it's not that far. It's what, 57.26 nautical miles? So we're making a nice bank to the right here. 56.49 nautical miles. Look at all that thunder and lightning. Surprisingly, the wind actually is not that bad. I thought there would be some pretty wicked turbulence. So yeah, we're basically heading west. Now, I think I said southwest before, but we're basically heading west to northwest. So just looking around here. You can see off in the distance, just clouds. So far, everything is smooth. Controls are looking good. Systems are all looking good. And we're going. 3,400 feet, passing 3,500 feet. Like I said, I am just going to fly at about maybe 5,000 feet until we get to about 25 nautical miles away here. I actually went ahead here and just letting it fly on its own. Watching my, altitude, speed, stuff like that, because I'm not flying on autopilot right now. And we'll continue this for a while here. As you can see, look at that cloud cover. It's actually pretty beautiful. Looks like there's definitely some, whoa, look at that. Definitely a lot of cloud cover up ahead, which we'll probably be flying through on our way to Allentown Airport in Pennsylvania. But for right now, it's actually clear, not raining or anything. And we are on track. As you can see, I left the cabin light on about 25%. Some people turn it all the way to off. It's up to you. Depends how dark you like it in your cabin. Those are some beautiful, that's beautiful cloud cover. Look at that. Flight Simulator does an amazing job of rendering clouds. If you like cloud and weather stuff, take a look at my Hurricane Ian video where I flew to the eye. That was really cool. Had some awesome graphics and scenery. Alright, so we're about 44 nautical miles away from Allentown Airport. Now is the fun part. We get to just enjoy the flight. I'm going to go ahead here and pull up the Allentown Airport map, such that I'm ready for this taxiing and stuff, assuming I don't crash and burn when I land. Alright, I've got the map of Allentown Airport pulled up here. Now, if you're like me, I typically just pull it up on a mobile device. You can Google like Allentown Airport Map and it'll show you like flight maps of the airport, the runways, taxiways, stuff like that. If you're a real pro, you have an app on your iPad or your phone that shows you the IFRs and all that stuff to the and the VFRs and stuff like that to the runways. I don't have that, of course, so I'm relying on Google. Got some different views here. Look at all this cloud cover, really beautiful reds and lightning and stuff like that. So we're passing about 6,600 feet. I'm a little higher than I was expecting to be here. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead here and turn off our taxi lights because I forgot to do that before. Taxi lights off. And when we are getting closer, we will go ahead and turn on the landing lights. We're going to need them for this. Wow, look at that view behind us. As you can see, the sun is coming up. Oh, wow, look at that lightning. That is awesome. Heading into some more cloud cover here, so we might lose some of our views. Yep, as you can see, we've got some nice views here. It's pretty stable. Winds are calm here, nothing too crazy. When I come down towards Allentown, though, it's going to be rough landing, I think. Heading into a bank of cloud cover up ahead here. Pretty beautiful view, actually. The calm before the storm, so to speak. So as we start to get closer, we'll obviously have to drop altitude here. I'm a lot higher than I thought I would be. This is one of the considerations to not flying on autopilot. You got to be watch your altitude because you'll be higher than you want to be as you approach the runway, and you need to get down pretty quick. So we're at about 50% throttle right now, traveling at about 254 knots. Things are getting a little bit bumpier here. I'm going to put my hand back on the flight stick here. I've been just holding on to the bottom of it. While I'm flying towards Allentown International Airport, I can talk to you guys a little bit about my flight stick here. This is a Thrustmaster T.Flight HOTAS 1. I had multiple videos about it, from unboxings to reviews to uses, how to set it up, configure button assignments, stuff like that. This is an awesome, really awesome entry-level flight stick if you need one. As you can see, the rain's picking up now as we're talking. I love this flight stick. I got it for about $80 from Best Buy. I've got at least 1,500 hours, probably more like 2,000 hours on it now. I would say more like 2,000 hours on it now between Flight Simulator and a couple of other games. This thing works amazing. It works on the PC. It works on the Xbox. It is just a really, really good, solid entry-level flight stick. If you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see the other videos that I have on there about this flight stick. I highly recommend watching them. They are really good. And as always, if you would click that like button and subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome as well. And make sure you enable notifications because I drop new and exciting content all the time. Well, or I at least think it's exciting. Other people may beg to differ. So we're at about 4,000 feet now. And we're starting to encounter some turbulence, and it's getting really bumpy, so I got to watch my airspeed. I'm going pretty fast. I'm only about 18 nautical miles away from this runway. So this runway is probably going to come out of nowhere because of the cloud cover. So I have a feeling I'm going to come in and then have to make a left turn to go into the runway. Now, what I could do is go off to the right a little bit and then bring it into the left. But I think I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing here. Passing over Bloomsbury. Going way too fast. So I'm going to put the flaps. Got the flaps down a little bit, 15 degrees to slow me down here. Because I'm getting closer to the runway, I bring the flaps back up. Got to be careful here because with all this turbulence and bouncing around, and you can't even see the ground. So I got to really fly this by some of the instrumentation only and switching to external view. So you might see me switch back and forth a few times here.
Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
12.35 nautical miles away.
X-ray Golf Sierra.
Bouncing all over the place here. I got to slow down. I'm going 290 knots. Altitude is 2,000 feet. Whoa. Wow. That was wicked. That was not me. This is all turbulence here. Bringing it to the right a little bit. 9.68 nautical miles away. Going really fast here. I got to definitely slow this down. Landing gears down. We have our landing clearances. Runway 24. 8 nautical miles away. I'm going to take my time here. I have no idea if I'm going to do this or not. I'm going to try my best. Hopefully I don't crash and burn or break a lot of stuff when I land. This is literally like flying blind. IFR rules basically are probably in effect right now. Let's go ahead and put the landing lights on. Alright, got those on. Let's just verify I can see them. Good. Alright. We're 5.87 nautical miles away. The faster I'm calling it out, the number keeps dropping. Going way too fast. Flaps down to 15. Altitude 1,500 feet. Our airspeed. It's easy to slow this plane down, but I'm just trying to avoid stalling or anything like that, so I got to really watch my speed. 240 knots. This is a really bumpy ride. But I think we can do this. 3.55 nautical miles. Airspeed 182 knots. I like that speed. Okay, there's the runway. So yeah, we are way not where I want to be. Actually, we're kind of where I expected to be the more I correct what I said. The map, if you remember from the beginning, showed us we'd kind of come in this way. So I need to come out this way a little bit here, and then I'll make a left-hand turn to line up with the runway here. Flaps at 15, airspeed's 185 knots. There's the runway. Making a banking left turn. We are 2.2 nautical miles away. Alright, good. There's the runway. I'm definitely not how I want to be, but I'm doing good here. 180 knots. Alright. So this is going to be the hard part because this wind is wicked.
Allentown Tower, Cessna
I am just bouncing all over the place, as you can see here. I'm getting pulled down to the ground. 400 feet, I got to get up in the air. Higher to... Okay, here we go, good. I'm off course, I got to correct here. We can do this. Come on, move over, move over, move over. Lights are off. Good, here we go. And we are down. Okay, down, reverse engines, speed brakes. Speed is dropping. For some reason I can't seem to turn. Don't know what's going on there. I turn anything. It's interesting. I wonder if something broke when I landed there. This was a little bit of a rough landing. I'm trying to turn to this taxiway, but I can't. Okay, it's a little weird. I think maybe an aileron broke. Something's going on here. I can't. Rudder? Maybe? There. Yeah. I can turn left, but not right. Okay. Yeah, slow down, I know. Whoa. Okay, we are way not where I want to be. But I did land. Alright. Trying to get back on the taxiway here. I can't make any right turns. Okay, what's going on here? I can only make left-hand turns. Very strange. Alright, let's bring the engines back up. Try and do this again here. Nope, I can only make left turns. Very weird. Excessive speed. Oh, okay. Alright, well, it looks like this is as good as it's going to get. At this point, emergency services will probably be coming out to assist. But we did land. Let's see if I can at least get off this grass. Okay, whoa, building. Okay, well, we did land. Hope everybody enjoyed this video. The landing wasn't quite what I expected, but we made it. Emergency services are on their way to help us out here. Hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you could click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you enable notifications. I'm going to have new and exciting flight simulator content coming soon. I'll see you around, everybody. This was an awesome flight. Have a good one.